In the first video, we made the first part of the flower center, stuck a pin through it to hold it in place, and it should look like this. If you haven't done this part, please refer back to part 1. Now that we have the flower center in place, it's time to secure it. So let's get our thread and needle, and you want it about an arm's length. We're gonna double thread it. Now, in order to secure the thread, we need to take a double knot at the end of our thread so it doesn't fly off our pankou. Let's go ahead and create a loop and then feed the thread through the loop. To create a double knot, we're going to do the same thing again, but the knot we just made needs to be at the top of the loop. Use your thumb to make sure it stays at the top of our loop so that it lands on top of the other. Now that we have a double knot, we can secure our flower center. Now we do this first by going in through the side, going from top to bottom. We don't have to go all the way through as it's really thick and you'll bend the needle. So the trick is to go around one side of the flower center a little bit at a time, rotating it and piercing it 2 to 4 layers at a time. I'm getting to the end here, and I'll go ahead and thread through one of the layers and create a little loop with my thread to close it up like so. And when we're done with that, we can go ahead and snip it off. This is what it looks like when we're all done. This is the right side, and if I were to flip this over, it looks really chaotic on this side, but that's perfectly okay because that's going to be the back side. Now we're going to go ahead and take another thread and pierce it through the first few layers on the short side. We're going to wrap it around the ball, aka the knot, 3 times. We're going to go ahead and secure it on the left side and go through the first 2 layers. So you see how we go through the left side, the long side of it, and then pierce through just a couple of layers to secure that down. Then I'm going to go ahead and loop that up to close it in place like so. We're going to thread through the center of our little spiral like so, and make sure that the thread sits on top right next to the little ball. Okay. And it's really essential that we slide it through the center and get it to as close as the ball as we can so that we can start to make our little petals. Then we're going to mark 13 1-inch lines along the long side of our cord. We're going to make sure that the 1-inch lines touch each other on the flower center. So you're going to go ahead and wrap around that little petal that we just made from back to front. And we're going to do this about maybe 2 times each. Now you're going to take that thread and wrap it in place, going from back to front in the little spiral. And we'll go all the way around until we've completely filled up the flower center and have no more space. So I'm coming to the end of my thread here, and I have to now go ahead and add in more thread because it's getting really short. So I'm going to go ahead and close up by going through the back and grabbing just a few threads to make a loop so that I can close it off. So I'll create another round of thread and I'll go ahead and double knot it like so. Now I'm trying to squish everything in place so that I can get as many petals in there as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in from the top and just grab 2 layers of fabric from that little tail that we have here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and create that loop so that I can secure it in place. Boom, right there. And then we go ahead and finish off the rest of the petals here. I forgot to mention, you can also use your pin to secure the petal in place so that it's kind of easier with the pin in place so that you don't have to worry about the little loop shifting around. Now, as we're coming to the end of the flowers, if all 13 inches don't fit, that's perfectly fine. We want to go ahead and cut off 1/2 inch so that we can secure the little flap down to the back side of our pankou, right? So we're just going to go ahead and make a few whip stitch. What we call a whip stitch is basically just grab a little piece of the already done thread, and then we're going to grab that little piece of the flap that we anchored back down here to make sure that it doesn't fly around, as well as just keep it locked in place. I'd like to do this around 3 to 4 times, honestly, as long as it takes for that little flat part to lay completely flat on the back. And then when we're done, we'll go ahead and close out the thread with a loop on the back of the pankou. Back looks like that. When we're done, flip it over and it looks like this on the right side. Isn't it a cute little guy? Don't go away just yet. There's still one more step. So let's go ahead and get your glue out. I'm using B7000. You can use hot glue. Go ahead and use your black felt rounds, and we're going to attach the pankou to the back of this. Now we would also need the brooch backing, and then we're going to just glue the pankou onto our felt fabric here. Now we're going to go ahead and glue the side that has all of the little nasty stuff, the little chaotic side, because that side isn't going to be shown. Now we're going to go ahead and take our brooch pin and also glue that side down. Get our glue and just cover up on the flat side of our brooch here. And then you want to go ahead and line up the brooch parallel to where the ball of the knot is. And there we have it, our cute little pankou brooch. Hope you'd enjoyed it. If you enjoyed making this, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.